I've been thinking a lot lately about the relationships we have in our lives and how those affect how we view ourselves and our self-confidence. I strongly believe in the law of attraction, which basically states that the energies that we put out in the world is what we're going to receive back. When we choose to lead a positive life and have a positive mindset about things, we're in turn going to have positive things happen in our lives and view things in a more positive light. And that directly relates to the people that we surround ourselves with. You know, I've gone through so many years of sitting in these relationships that I don't feel good about, surrounding myself with people that I thought that I had to surround myself with because they were interested in the same things as me, because I grew up in a small town and this was all I had. But the truth is, we have all the power in the world to change that. We don't have to be stuck in these negative, toxic relationships. When you're in the moment of that, when you're in that friendship, in that relationship, you often don't think that there's a way out, but there is. In the moment, you don't feel like you are worthy of something else. You don't feel like you are deserving of positivity. You don't feel like you are a positive person anymore. In the past, I've looked at my life, the people that I hung out with, the people that I surrounded myself with, and I didn't like it. So I changed it, and then I changed it again. I don't think that there's anything wrong with removing yourselves from situations and relationships that don't make you feel good. There isn't anything wrong with that. You are not stuck in any situation or any relationship. Once I started to realize that there's far more important things in the world than caring so much about what others think about you, that's when I started to become more confident in myself. And that change was essential. There are two things that go hand in hand and are really hard for us to do nowadays. One, to be confident in ourselves and to accept ourselves for who we are. And two, to not care so much what others think. I struggle with both of these every single day, and so do all of you. In the era we live in today, where social media has such a weight and presence in all of our lives, that's really hard to do. Our Instagram feed, our Facebook feed, our Twitter feed are all curated to make us feel like we need to be something other than what we actually are. Everything is edited, everything is airbrushed and changed. Nothing is real. It's also hard to be confident in ourselves and to accept ourselves for who we are because of this, because we see all these images portrayed on TV and social media that make us aspire to be something that we're not. Personally, I've always been a really shy person. I've never been outgoing, and that's kind of a juxtaposition because I am a performer, but it's something completely different for me. Being really outgoing and talkative is not something that comes natural to me unless I'm with my friends and people that I know really well, because then I don't shut up. And I've never truly liked that about myself. I've beat myself up millions of times for not saying the right thing, for not talking to someone, for not initiating a social gathering. And there's nothing wrong with being shy. There's nothing wrong with being outgoing. But I learned to overcome that when I learned that being shy or quiet is not the same thing as being weak or outspoken. In high school, I ended up believing that I wasn't as smart as anyone else. Even though I was in AP classes, I was ahead in math and science, classes that I didn't even enjoy. People tricked me into believing that I was just an airhead. Truly. For so long, I believed that I was just dumb, and that was because the comments people would make to me, to my face. People that I called my friends. And I didn't think that there was anything wrong with that at the time. I thought it was just funny. Over time, I learned that sometimes you just have to be your own best friend. You have to be the person that tells yourself that you are smart, that you are worthy of achieving your goals, that you can do it. And you have to hold your own hand, and you have to get yourself through it. And eventually you will find people that respect you, that treat you well, that treat you like a real friend should. I say all the time as a theater artist that there's always going to be someone better than you. There's always going to be someone more talented, more fit for a role, or in the real world case, there's always going to be someone that's more fit for a job, that's going to get a job over you, that's going to get a better grade, whatever the case may be. And I think there's such a fine line between being confident in yourself, regardless of what happens in situations like those and being overconfident. A lot of the times we as a society mistake confidence and arrogance because we're so used to having such self-deprecating attitudes. That's what the norm is to be negative about yourself and to put yourself down. That's what people think is funny. And honestly, it's not. And a lot of the times it is real, and we mask things with sarcasm and humor when we're really just hurting. And once again, we worry what others are going to think about us. We worry that if something exciting happens to us and we're happy and confident about it, that someone is going to judge us for it, call us selfish or overconfident. When the people in your lives you want to be the most excited for you, you want to have a positive reaction to success in your life, when they put you down for it, that's when you know that they're not good friends. You deserve positivity. You deserve to be happy and confident about the things happening in your life, about your successes, and you deserve to have people genuinely care about them with you. Sometimes, again, you have to be your own best friend for a while until you find the right people for you. And that's because you need to realize that other people don't define you. You're the only person that can define yourself. Thanks again for listening, and thank you so much for the positive messages and responses on my first video. It really means a lot.